the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So TCU's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just... Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Jackson.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Looking to fire. He spins that thing down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. Trying to pound their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Looking for the score. Touchdown, App State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jason.
Well, the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
That gamble did not. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period.
TCU 3.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Hand off from the shotgun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick strike complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
From the red zone, looking for a space.
Offense, QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing.
He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, App State!
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And here's the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to... Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Good timing on the quick out. Wide open spin, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different...
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, So hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Turning it on! Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Grabbed in the middle. It's Russ. Touchdown! Appalachian State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice
zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge.
Just plowing ahead. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
So now it's 2nd and long. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Mountaineer. And the beatdown has ensued. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they... Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to beat him to the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. And good job being physical by that D-line, too.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. You want to make sure to match
Of them today, and the running back. I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Gets it to the back. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final period. From the shotgun, the inside give. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going for the big play. Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra. They'll go back to work on offense. Here we go. They're going to throw it to start the drive. With the catch, it's Russ. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake, but this game is well in hand.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On the double. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, App State.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Gonna swing it on second down. He's got him in the flat. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a win